half of Canadian adults are living with at least one major chronic disease. And this isn't something that just happens later in life. We're seeing serious health issues show up in younger people too, so often that it's starting to feel normal. But is this really normal? When researchers look at populations that follow a traditional Mediterranean diet, they often see a different pattern. They see lower rates of chronic disease, better quality of life, and healthier aging. So, if there's a way of eating that supports preventive health, we owe it to ourselves to take a closer look and see what we can learn from it. Now, when you look at what's been happening to our health over the last few decades, two things kind of stand out. So, first, like we mentioned, chronic diseases are becoming more and more common, not just in older ones, but younger ones too. So, people in their 30s and 40s are dealing with complex chronic health issues. And at the same time, our way of eating has completely changed. We eat so different now than how our parents and our grandparents did. We have such a fast pace of life now that our food environment reflects that. Home cooked meals, slow family dinners, they're not as common as they used to be. And on top of that, our food options have also changed. Ultra processed foods are everywhere. They're easy, convenient, built into our daily lives. And this isn't just a Western struggle like here in Canada. Even in the heart of the Mediterranean, one of the very regions that we look to for longevity advice, the traditional ways of eating are kind of disappearing. We sometimes like to think that these regions have it all figured out. But the traditional Mediterranean diet isn't being practiced the same way that it used to be. Younger generations over there are also moving towards these faster, more processed food options. The reality is, the food patterns that once supported our health are fading away almost everywhere. So, what does that mean for us? Well, changing the way we eat won't fix everything. Food isn't the whole story, but it's a big part of the picture. Because we eat food every single day, multiple times a day, food is one of the most consistent influences we have to shape our long-term health. And for the most part, it's something that we can take ownership of. And that's the purpose of this series. Not because we need more Mediterranean diet content, but because of our current health crisis, we want to bring back the traditional ways of eating like the Mediterranean diet, because it has supported health and longevity in past generations. And research shows that it can help support preventive health today too. Now, full disclaimer, the Mediterranean diet is not the only way to eat well. But this is important. It is one of the most well-studied dietary patterns that we have. And when researchers follow people who eat the Mediterranean diet over time, they consistently observe patterns linked to preventive health, better cognitive function, greater independence, and lower rates of certain chronic diseases. And that's why you'll hear many health experts recommend the Mediterranean diet as the gold standard for overall health and longevity. So it's time to bring it back. Now, what is the Mediterranean diet? Well, it's not a diet in the traditional sense. There's no strict rules, calorie counting, no major food group restrictions. In a nutshell, the Mediterranean diet is real food instead of ultra-processed food. Then if we break that down further, we get 5 simple food principles. Number 1, choose healthy fats. Number 2, legumes. Number 3, whole grains. Number 4, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. And number 5, eat fish regularly. It sounds super simple, and it is. And on top of that, these principles are flexible. They can work across cultures, budgets, and various preferences. And it's really less about eating Mediterranean-style food and more about following these key principles. Now, over this series, we're gonna unpack each part of the Mediterranean diet. We're gonna talk about the science, the misconceptions, food principles, and key lifestyle factors. And at the end of every episode, we're gonna leave you with a simple Mediterranean-style tip that you can try in your kitchen each week. So here's our first one. Once a day, replace one packaged food with an unpackaged food. Now, you don't have to replace all packaged foods. I know not all packaged foods are bad, but I just want to gently reverse how automatic it is to choose these packaged foods. Okay, so some ideas are, you can choose a handful of nuts instead of a granola bar. You can choose leftover roast chicken instead of deli meat in your sandwich, or you can choose olive oil and lemon instead of bottled salad dressing. It's just one small change a day. It's one moment of awareness, and that awareness is where preventive health begins. In the next video, we're going to be diving into the science, how the Mediterranean diet supports your brain, your heart, your metabolism, and so much more. Welcome to the series. I'll see you in the next one.